In this video, you will learn to write multiple row and multiple column subqueries that handle subqueries which return multiple values. You will also learn to handle null values in subqueries. Consider a scenario where Alice, the HR manager, wants a report of employees who earn a salary equal to the minimum salary of any department. To generate this report, you can write a multiple row subquery. Subqueries that return more than one row are called multiple row subqueries. You use a multiple row operator instead of a single row operator with a multiple row subquery. The SQL statement for the scenario can be written as shown. Here, the multiple row operator in expects one or more values. The inner query is executed first, producing a query result with more than one value. The main query block is then processed and uses the values that were returned by the inner query to complete its search condition. In fact, the main query appears to the Oracle server as follows. The various multiple row operators are displayed on the screen. Let's learn to use these operators through examples. Suppose Alice wants a report of employees who are not IT programmers and whose salary is less than that of any given IT programmer. The SQL statement can be written as shown. The maximum salary that a programmer earns is $9,000. Therefore, less than any means less than the maximum. Greater than any means more than the minimum. Equal to any is equivalent to in. Instead, if Alice wants a report which displays employees who are not IT programmers and whose salary is less than the minimum salary earned by IT programmers, you can write the SQL statement as shown. The all operator compares a value to every value returned by a subquery. Therefore, greater than all means more than the maximum. Less than all means less than the minimum. The not operator can be used with in, any, and all operators. Suppose Alice wants to display a report of all employees with the lowest salary in each department. To achieve this, you can make use of a multiple column subquery in which the subquery returns more than one column. The SQL statement can be written as shown. The inner query is executed first and it returns the lowest salary and the department ID for each department. The main query block is then processed and uses the values that were returned by the inner query to complete its search condition. Note that the employee with the first name Kimberly is not returned in the result because the department ID for the employee is null. The syntax for the multiple column subquery is as shown. A multiple column subquery returns more than one column to the outer query and can be listed in the outer queries from, where, or having clauses. In operator is used to check a value within a set of values. The list of values may come from the results returned by a subquery. Let's see what happens when there is a null value in a subquery. Observe the SQL statement on the screen. It displays all employees who are not managers. Logically, this SQL statement should have returned 12 rows. However, the SQL statement does not return any rows. This is because one of the values returned by the inner query is a null value, and therefore the entire query returns no rows. The reason is that all conditions that compare a null value result in a null. So, whenever null values are likely to be part of the result set of a subquery, do not use the not in operator. The not in operator is equivalent to not all. In order to deal with null values in the previous scenario, a where clause can be included in the subquery to display all employees who are not managers. Observe the output. Consider a scenario where you want to display the employees who are managers. You can write the SQL statement as shown. Notice that the null value as part of the result set of a subquery is not a problem if you use the in operator. The in operator is equivalent to equal to any. In this video, you learn to retrieve data based on the result of a subquery that returns multiple rows or columns. You also learn to handle null values in subqueries. Thank you for watching.